My name is MJ. I'm a mother, minimalist, health enthusiast, and entrepreneur. I'm just trying to live the best life possible. I think we all are. But that's not how things started. And there's been a lot that's taken place to provide the opportunity to live fulfilled and free. Back in 2009, I was a personal trainer trying to help people get back in shape. I loved life in Southern California. But I spent a lot of time partying and spending money. I knew this wasn't the final destination for me. I had a lot more I wanted to do and see, places I wanted to travel, and someone special to travel with. That's when I met my future husband, Brett. I fell in love with Brett because he knew how to get out and play. He cared about simplicity and health even more than I did. We could laugh anytime and live in the moment. Every day was like a vacation. Eventually, we sold all our belongings and got on a plane. I wanted Brett to see where I came from, meet my family, and enjoy the beauty of the beaches I so love the most in the Philippines. It wasn't long before we started experimenting with life together, exploring like tourists in our own community, and living with a Great Dane in our travel trailer. It is here that I truly understood the freedom of simplicity. We knew we wanted to live and enjoy our lives together, and our foundation was built on the premise that nothing is impossible and to live with an open heart. It wasn't long before we got pregnant. I didn't realize life was about to change so drastically. At first, I thought that having a baby wouldn't slow us down. We would simply take her along for the ride. We continued to live with simplicity and an open heart, all the while documenting our journey. I could never have imagined how rewarding being a parent would be, especially raising a family with a partner whose values and goals are in alignment with mine. But in order to carry out living our best life each day, we had to cultivate the mindset and attitudes that resulted in that feeling of freedom. This is when I realized that enjoying life still came with responsibilities, if not more. Responsibilities like taking care of your health, taking care of your mind, in order to take care of those around you. And even though times can get tough, curating these assets are a small price to pay for a token of freedom. And I was even more motivated to see just how far we could grow as people and take on new adventures. We spent our time as parents raising our baby in California, Australia, New Zealand, Ohio, and Utah, which was our last stop before adding another adventurer to our family. I have to admit, raising two was hard. I was challenged by the shift in accommodating time and attention, and I was also dealing with chronic fatigue, something I didn't realize at that time. As a previously competitive athlete, it was kind of a blessing that I overlooked the regression of my energies. I figured the challenges were normal, and due to becoming a new mother. Regardless of my struggles, I made it my mission to continue to live the best life possible, finding balance and practices to relax and restore my energies so I could continue to enjoy with my family. In 2013, right before we intended to head back to New Zealand, my husband was rushed to emergency surgery. This put a hold on our plans both physically and financially. Something had to change. And so I picked up my business hat after 4 years and went back to work to make us some money. We still moved to Hawaii so we could continue to work and travel. It was a compromise to our previous plans, but something we would never regret. Hawaii was beyond beautiful. The people, the places, and the beaches. This was our home, and we never wanted to leave until I made a mistake. A big mistake. After trying to adjust to this new balance of life, I slowly lost sight of the foundation our relationship was built on. I began working a lot more and spending a lot more to make even more. My job became the focus to my everyday, more than the things that I loved. Time with my kids, simplicity, making videos, photography. We still got out and did things, but the energy of freedom was no longer there. Not to mention, my business adventures put us in massive debt, as they so often can when you're just getting started. It was here that I began to realize the importance of not compromising who you are or your values for anything. It's not worth it. We decided to move to Florida to start with a clean slate. We came to be close to our supportive family, as well as address some of the things that needed to be put behind us in order to move forward. Things like coming back to the focus of simplicity, reevaluating our goals, healing my health, which was a huge part of what was holding me back, and digging us out of all the debt. There have been so many gifts over the last 10 years and a lot of challenges along the way. But amongst it all, I've learned some of the greatest values of all. Less is more. Energy is everything. And nothing is worth compromising your ability to live the best life possible. Sometimes we diverge on our path to discover something new or to instill our truths more deeply. This is all just a part of life. Our adventure, our journey. So here I am, starting anew. Rekindling our perspectives for fulfillment and freedom. So we can get back to living that everyday vacation. Thanks for joining the ride.